Good morning, dear students, and welcome all of you. Today we will continue the video lecture on the Tiger King and the explanation of the chapter. In this way, the Maharaja managed to kill 99 tigers. Even the tigers in his in-laws' state had become extinct. The Tiger King became impatient to kill the 100th tiger, but he could not find the news of its presence. So ऐसे करते करते 99 टाइगर्स राजा ने मार गिराए और उनके इन लॉज के स्टेट के टाइगर पॉपुलेशन को भी ख़त्म कर डाला. एंड he wanted to kill the last tiger, but he could not find the news of the presence of the tiger anywhere. So as the days passed, Maharaja became more and more anxious. काफ़ी उत्सुक हो गए थे महाराजा to kill the last tiger. He doubled the land tax on the people because he could not find the last tiger. So इस उत्सुकता एंड स्टबननेस एंड एंक्शियसनेस के कारण महाराजा अपना सारा गुस्सा लोगों पर निकाले. उन्होंने लैंड टैक्स डबल कर दिया, जिससे लोगों को लैंड का टैक्स डबल भरना पड़ रहा था. द दीवान न्यू the danger the Maharaja posed if he could not kill the tiger. In order to protect the kingdom and his own welfare, the Diwan visited the People's Park in Madras and brought an old tiger and placed it in the jungle. महाराजा का दीवान जानता था that the kingdom would be in danger if the Maharaja was not able to hunt the last tiger. So अपने वेलफेयर और अपने किंगडम के वेलफेयर के लिए दीवान ने मद्रास के पीपल्स पार्क जाकर एक ओल्ड टाइगर खरीद लाया और महाराजा के जंगल में छोड़ दिया. The next day, when the Maharaja went to hunt, he took aim and shot at the tiger. The tiger collapsed and the king left the place feeling victorious. सो नेक्स्ट डे जब महाराजा हंट पर निकले, उन्होंने वही ओल्ड टाइगर को अपने सामने पाया. उन्होंने एम लिया एंड ही शॉट एट द टाइगर. द टाइगर कोलैप्स्ड, बेहोश हो गया, गिर गया. एंड द किंग लेफ्ट द प्लेस, और किंग वहाँ से निकल गए. किंग को लगा कि उसने लास्ट टाइगर को मार गिराया एंड ही लेफ्ट द प्लेस फीलिंग विक्टोरियस. But the tiger was not dead, and it had only fainted due to the shock of the bullet going past itself. टाइगर मरा नहीं था, बस बेहोश हो गया था शॉक से कि बुलेट उसके बगल से गया. उस शॉक से वो फेंट हो चुका था, लेकिन मरा नहीं था. The local hunters present there did not dare tell the truth to the king for fear of losing his job. और जो लोकल हंटर्स जो राजा के साथ जंगल में गए थे, सच्चाई बताने की हिम्मत नहीं थी राजा को, क्योंकि उन्हें डर था कि अगर सच्चाई राजा को पता चला तो वो उन्हें उनके जॉब से उनकी नौकरी से निकाल देंगे. So one of the hunters took aim at the tiger and killed it, and took the dead tiger on procession through the streets and then buried it. So वो टाइगर का बॉडी लेकर, मरा हुआ टाइगर का बॉडी लेकर सारे सिटी में प्रोसेशन निकाले, और लास्टली दे हैड buried the tiger on a hill. In part 5 of the story, we see that the king's son is now 3 years old, and the king wants to give his son a very special gift on his 3rd birthday. The king searches the market for a suitable gift and comes across a wooden toy tiger in a gift shop and purchases it. So पार्ट 5 ऑफ द स्टोरी में हम देखते हैं कि राजा का एक छोटा बेटा होता है जिसका तीसरा बर्थडे मनाया जाता है। महाराजा अपने बेटे के लिए एक स्पेशल गिफ्ट की खोज में सारा मार्केट खोजते हैं और उन्हें एक वुडन टॉय टाइगर एक गिफ्ट शॉप में मिलता है जो उसे ख़रीद लेते हैं। That wooden toy tiger was made by unskilled craftsmen, as it had wooden slivers or pieces of wood sticking out. So जो टॉय टाइगर महाराजा ने गिफ्ट शॉप से अपने बेटे के लिए लिया था वो एक बेहुनर शिल्पकार के हाथों से बनाया गया था, क्योंकि वो टॉय टाइगर काफ़ी रफ़ एजेस उसके रफ़ थे, वो ठीक से पॉलिश नहीं किया गया था, जिसके कारण वुडन के छोटे छोटे पीसेस टॉय टाइगर से निकले हुए थे। The king and his son played with that toy tiger, and one of the pieces of the wood pierced the right hand of the Maharaja. सो महाराजा और उनके बेटे दोनों उस टॉय टाइगर से खेलते हैं और उस टॉय टाइगर का एक छोटा पीस वुडन का छोटा पीस महाराजा के राइट हैंड को पियर्स कर जाता है। The wound caused infection in the Maharaja's right hand and had to be operated. But the operation was unsuccessful and it killed the Maharaja. So उस घाव के कारण इन्फेक्शन हो जाता है महाराजा के राइट हैंड पे और महाराजा के राइट हैंड को ऑपरेट किया जाता है, बट ऑपरेशन सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो पाता है और महाराजा मर जाते हैं। और and like this the 100th tiger takes the final revenge upon the tiger king। और इस तरह लास्ट टाइगर जो कि 100th टाइगर था वो अपना फाइनल रिवेंज टाइगर किंग के ऊपर निकालता है। In the last part of the video lecture, I would like to discuss about the story. The first point which I would like to discuss is that the story of the Tiger King is ironical. Ironical means beliefs or events which are contrary and opposite. For example, in the story, we believed that the prophecy of the astrologers was true, and even the king believed that the prophecy of the astrologer was true, and he wanted to eliminate his threat, which was the tiger. So throughout the story we believed that the Maharaja was going to prove the prophecy wrong by killing all the 100 tigers, but he did not kill the last tiger, the 100th tiger. He was mistaken that he had shot the last tiger, but the hunters were the ones who had actually killed the last tiger. So when the Maharaja purchases that wooden toy tiger, the small piece of wood which pierced the Maharaja's hand caused infection in Maharaja's hand, and due to that infection the Maharaja lost his life. And in the end of the story we know how the last tiger, which was a wooden toy tiger, takes its final revenge upon the Maharaja. So these are the ironies in the story which we see, which we had believed it will happen, but it is the opposite which happens. The second point is that in this story the born prince believes that his life is in danger because he was born at the hour of the bull, and his enemy is the tiger. So the next point is that Prince believes that his life is in danger because he was born at the hour of the bull. And because he was born at the hour of the bull, his enemy is the tiger. It was according to the prophecy which the astrologers had predicted. The next point is that in order to stop the prophecy from coming true, the king needed to kill 100 tigers. So, in order to stop the prophecy from fulfilling, the king needed to kill 100 tigers. As the story proceeds, we, the reader, come to believe, like the king, that he will be successful in proving the prophecy wrong when he was about to kill the last tiger. But in the end, we see how the story takes a turn and the Maharaja ultimately dies due to the infection from the wooden toy tiger. These are the similar points which I had explained to you in the first point. It is all related to the first point. The irony here is that the unexpected which comes to pass. What the live tiger could not do, the wooden toy tiger did. So the Maharaja had underestimated the power of tigers. He had underestimated that the tiger was a savage beast. He thought that he was more powerful than the tigers which he had killed, and likely so. And the Maharaja, in the end, let his guard down. He did not even wait to confirm whether he had killed the last tiger. He did not wait to confirm. And the wooden toy tiger, which was harmless, which had no power, which was not live, it was a non living toy tiger, managed to take the revenge by killing the Maharaja. So, like I said, the last tiger was not a wild and savage beast of flesh and blood. It was a non living wooden toy tiger. But ironically, it was successful in killing and taking the revenge upon the Tiger King. The next point is that the author of the story also highlights the theme of superstition. Because the king was born at the hour of the bull, the Maharaja believed that his life was in danger from tiger. So the king goes on to kill tigers on a random basis, which indirectly affect the ecological balance of the earth. So the king, without thinking about the life of the animals, he goes on to kill tigers just to fulfill his interest, and he indirectly affected the ecological balance of the earth. The author wants us to understand that birds and animals are also part of nature, and that one should not have blind faith upon some prophecy and out of superstition go and kill animals just because your life is in danger, which was prophesied according to the astrologers. And the last point is that the Maharaja was driven by power and ambition. He wanted to prove the prophecy wrong even if it meant to kill innocent animals. महाराजा को अपना वो प्रोफेसी रॉन्ग प्रूव करना था, भले ही इसके लिए उन्हें एनिमल्स को मारना क्यों ना पड़े. So he was very selfish. The Maharaja was very selfish. He wanted to prove the astrologers wrong by killing the animals because he believed the prophecy which the astrologer had said. So the Maharaja broke every law and bent it to his will only to fulfill his selfish interest. So we have come to the end of this video lecture. I hope I was able to simplify and make it easy for you to understand this chapter. If any one of you did not understand or who might have questions, you can feel free and post your questions and your doubts in the WhatsApp group which we have created. Please write down all the question and answers which I have already provided to you. Till then, see you in the next video lecture. Thank you.